I still have 12 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah, the sun has been right on my eye for a very long time. And I just think, okay, that's better. I think that's better. Much better. Oh crap, I am on the bad side of the road. Yeah. So whenever I get on these long drives, like, yeah, I've been away from the baby and the fam, and I have a lot of investigators who keep investigating my life, and they want to know, and something just struck me through. I mean, I still have 12 hours, and on this ride sometimes, man, I am just sitting here staring at a lot of nothingness and craziness, and you know, whenever you get in this kind of situation, it just makes me think how human brain works. And I was just sitting here and I'm like, wow, oh wow, like as human beings, we just have some incredible brains. And I think our brains are just so powerful that a lot of times we don't really realize, you know, how cool or powerful our brain is, and we don't use them. And I just want to have an open and candid talk, especially to my viewers. I mean, you know, a lot of you, I love this Chinese guy, and this is not a viewership diss. All I just want to say, you know, there's this thing called agency. I learned that when I used to go to church, and I think the other way that I better think of it, it's choice. Like, we all subscribe. You know, I see a lot of people sometimes say, you know, I mean, everybody's got their opinion, and you know, people say a lot of things, and it just, sometimes I'm like, I am not here, or I mean, maybe in future my presence in YouTube might be financial gain, because if financial aspect part of YouTube was why I do these videos, and I'm not talking about why I'm gonna be on YouTube, I think the OGs can kind of decrypt that, I would be so poor that I would not even afford to spend time editing and making this kind of videos. And sometimes something that I really want to help my viewers here, you know, so that you're not wasting your time, and also you learn something. You might think I'm so ugly, and I'm not soliciting your subs, like whether you subscribe or not. Life just doesn't work like that. Like Michael Zuckerberg still clickbaiters on Facebook, and it's just amazing how people are so addicted to Facebook and social media, and just other people, TikTok. And we can't blame it on other people. It's all by choice, you know, agency that I talked about. And our brains are so powerful that, you know, you can't achieve anything with your brain, my brain, if you don't have limits. And sometimes to have those limits, you ought to have gone through, man, New Mexico is the worst. That's where I'm at. Like, the roads here are so terrible. But I don't want to lose my thought process here. But sometimes to have limits, you know, you have to go through the experiences in life that you've gone through, like real experiences. And that is actually, you know, maybe you might take the essence of my channel as being like, you know, to push those limits. I'm not a wise man. I'm not a scientist. I'm just an immature, dummy person. But I want you to think about this. For you to scroll through my videos or watch me, and especially for a lot of those keyboard warriors, I love it. And this is why I'm talking about limits. Like, you have to go through certain aspects. Yeah, my camera is acting weird, but I gotta finish this before it gets dark. I was waiting, the sun was so much in my eyes, so I had to wait until it goes down. But yeah, so I mean, if you go through, and especially my life is here on YouTube for a different reason. And I know I have my Chinese subscriber there. I think his name or her name is Fang or Fang, maybe like a Viper Venom. And I love the comment section and how like people don't realize like the way, and this is just for me from my experience, like human brain, especially at least for my brain, it works by comparing. Like, you have to compare your brain with other people's brain to come to that conclusion that, oh, this kid, my children need therapy. Oh, he's still mad about his past relationship. Or he's immature. The other guy is mature. You know, I could have done it. Like, that's the whole essence of this, at least for my channel for right now. Like, to let you have that comparison, and that's what you have to take from this, you know, because a lot of times it comes to like, there's so much limits that people put. Like, even before I make this video, other people would put, oh, I don't really look nice for the camera. Oh, maybe I should look a certain way. Oh, how does my makeup look like? What does my haircut look like? Can I blow my nose? Like, they really forget about the essence of how life is so complex. And you know, your mind is always spinning, and you can never protect anyone. I can never protect my kids. Like, kids are actors. Human beings are actors. We've been actors our whole life. I mean, since we are born. Kids cry, or, you know, you tell your children like, oh, if you behave a certain way, I'm gonna reward you with this good behavior. And so they'll become actors. They'll be like, oh, if I do this, then I'm gonna get this. And if I be bad, then I'm gonna... So it's such a simple fact. Like, if humanity can realize this, and then even while you subscribe to this niche or this channel, or watchers, or watch any YouTubers or whoever you're watching, it's okay to be mad and, you know, get all those nasty comments going. But I think the main education here is that do not forget to impose yourself. Do not think like, oh, I am a fetching narcissist. Like, everybody is a narcissist. There's a good narcissist and a bad. Like, all humanity has that. And I think a while back, there's this analogy of animals. Like, you know, you can either be a lion, you know, leader. There's a good part of lion. You're a leader, you know, you plan and you protect your pride. Or the bad part of lion, that you're so entitled and you want to eat it up. Or you can be a monkey, you know, always cunning, playing, and never serious, and immature, and always just hopping from one tree to the other. And that can be perceived a different way. Or you can even become a mouse, always quiet, just absorbing things, learning, very, you know, looks very weak. And I think the other analogy that I can remember is you can become a T-Rex, like a go-getter, you know, back down. And I think just from my experience, you know, like I say, humans are actors. You know, you act between, if you can act, at least from my experience, act between being a lion, a good lion, and sometimes they're bad lions, and you just have to realize which part of the animal part you are. You know, so I think, you know, if you can have a good balance switch between being a lion and a mouse, then that's really where a lot of people are. And, you know, people talk about domestic violence and abuse. Like, all these things happens. It just depends, you know, people and anybody's who's now commenting or about to, like, you act differently depending on the presence you're like. And especially, maybe this is especially true when people see my kids act a certain way with me and they act a certain way with other parents. Like, that is humanity. That's the essence of life, and it's just so simple. Just get it. It doesn't mean they act this way because we're just actors. We can be bad actors, we can be good actors, and that's just what humanity is. And so it's just, you don't want to be a person who's really rewarded by the high and you also hit the low and you stay there. I think the goal of life is to kind of stay on the medium part. And I think the difference is where a lot of people get the hype of the high or the low and think, oh, let me see that, how long that relationship will last. Like, dude, even if it lasted for 3 months, that is forever for some people. Like, my making in life, I've made it in life. It could be like my passive income is greater than my burn, or I can move back home and never have to, and still with the amount that I have, it might not be a bourgeoisie life, but I am good because my burn is good within my income, and that's okay. And so they're different part of acting, and I just felt like, moving forward, I'm like, so you gotta know whenever you're watching my videos, if you want to pull the T-Rex or the monkey or the lion or the and if you want to judge other people, like all these videos and the people we follow, we watch, it's not really about them. I think that's where the problem is. It doesn't hinge on subscription or somebody trying, like I talked about money. I mean, I would be so poor if this was my source of income. But I just hope this, on my travel here, it's getting dark. I'm not gonna get home till late. But sometimes you just want to help somebody. When my brain think, and I think this time I'm very, very coherent, and just like I say, always take the person in front of you, because we can complain like, oh dang it, I'm always good at judging people, reading people, or I never see that. That is just what it is. It's everybody is an actor. So take the person in front of you, and that's the person you have to adapt to. It doesn't mean you ignore those flashes of other parts of those animals that I talk about. Don't ignore them. But if you, the person in front of you 90% of the time is the lion, and you like being with a lion, then you've made it in your relationship. If it's a mouse and you like being and maybe a lion, and you just have to know where, how, when and how you ebb and flow in those acting positions. Maybe this narrative will one day make it better, but I know there are a lot of people like, man, it's good sweetness or rough. There's just a lot of people who, have kind of looked at this and, seen and have accepted that fact, and they know me as their content creator, that part of me that, it flows. And that's where you want to be, you want to reach or be at peace with whenever you follow YouTubers like us. I say that with apostrophe on both ends. But I just wanted to say, if you invest your time on something, I mean, you might play a full act, be all saint, you're not. There's something that you're getting to it, but I think for all this following and interaction with the internet to be fruitful is to accept those kind of fact, which actor you were, and it's not always, and if I'm a proud narcissist, because I know everybody is, but I think the essence of this is just to realize those actors in front of you in that time, and realize there's no protection anywhere. And I guess to crown it with my kids, if you feel sorry for my kids, I think you should be feeling sorry for yourself, because you're missing the point, and that's where the problem is. My kids are being taught all aspect of acting, and how to see who is a good lion, who's a bad lion, good mouse, bad mouse, good T-Rex, bad T-Rex. It's all good. And I guess and you just have to know which good actor you're playing and how that works, and that's what life is all about. I just felt like on this trip I could pass a few messages. I'm not the brightest, I'm not the mature, but I know I can use, and a lot of people think that I use shaming or getting views. No. I think I've accepted all the dark moments, and it's okay because it's all within humanity and there's no running away from it. And if you can see the teaching lesson in that, and I know, and that's not even my goal, but I just hope that whenever you come here, it's worth your time, and you can just not all be negative. Just try and reflect in yourself and realize like, why am I really here? Old, young, yeah, we're all actors, and you can be a bad actor, you can be a good actor. And I think on the personal level that you don't see, like how much are we dwelling in that acting? Because you have to realize whenever we edit and post these videos, we are not emotional about it. I am not emotional about it. I am really doing it because it's something I want to do. And just from my experience, it works for me. And I hope I help somebody. It's getting dark and freak, man. Driving, and now it's, yeah, just gonna keep driving like this. And that was just a quick overview that I wanted. You know, there's so much good in humanity, and now I don't need this. I'm gonna need this for the next 10 hours till I get home, man. So figure out which actor you are. We all are. Figure out which narcissist you are. We all. It can't just be Donald Trump. It can't just be Elon Musk. It can't just be just James. If that's your point, then you got a problem. Then you're missing the addiction that our current generation have for social media. You know, you're missing the Instagram post that when we pose and look like everything is so glamorous and good. And I don't want you headed that way. You need to know yourself. You need to know what part of acting you're doing at certain part, and I think that would be a better way. So hey, if you're gonna come here and tell everybody to unsubscribe or get bad vibe, it's okay, but make it about you or give it a learning element. But the world just doesn't work that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't be just James. So my president, Mr. Donald Trump, would never be the president. But we all, I guess maybe to close it up, that maturity is accepting that and don't run away from your dark side. Take it as a teaching moment. But my girls never suffer. I just, yeah, that helped me stay woke here. It's still, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this. And oh boy, I still got what, 9.5 hours. I'm almost gonna piss my pants, but
proceed to the route.
I just thought, you know, still
Proceed to the route.
I know I gotta pee and I gotta gas, I gotta do all this stuff. All right, but I was just gonna say focus. I know.
Proceed to the route.
I know, shut up. So however much we talk about this stuff, focus, and the way I define focus in my life is that you receive an idea so good that, oh man, I'll pee my pants and I stay here. Like, focus in my life is you receive an idea so good and you wake up and you're like, it's brilliance. But you've been doing something for a long time in your life and you're like, no, looking for bathrooms.
Outside.
Outside? Okay, thank you.
Key.
I need a key. Oh, appreciate you. Oh boy, I am gonna pee my pants. But like I was saying, focus is more like, shoot, I'm gonna do this after I'm done. Yeah, dude. I'm glad I was talking about focus. I guess I can finish that here. Like, the idea that I was gonna say earlier, like if you're focused on something and you have your dreams on that focus and the goal to get there, like you specialize in that event, and this might help somebody too. And I've reached that goal, and that's why when I say I've made it in life, I've made it in life. But what I was explaining earlier, like you're so focused on it that you receive another idea that works instant, but you still say no because you want to accomplish yours. And a perfect example, because somebody might still not understand. Like right now, I almost peed my pants. It's because I've been driving for a couple hours, but as soon as I had the key, I knew it was time for the pee to go. So I was focused on that pee, and I almost pissed my pants. So stay focused and yeah, get something. Adios. I gotta return this key. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. Woo. I guess that's my one point about focus. Hope I'm not rambling too much, because freaking James just ramble. But I mean, what I want to do is help somebody. You know, some people just don't think for themselves. Your brain's so amazing, they think with the comment section. So let it be that the reason you're here chatting or listening to me, let it bring value to your life. Because if you ever thought we are crazy as parents and you think your formula works for other people, guess not. Then we'd all be AI. And you don't want to be in a robot space. So, adios.